Hey everyone, I'm Zain Baig, this is Auto Group, and this is the 2020 Lexus RCF Track Edition. So this ain't no normal RCF, which makes 472 horsepower just like this one, and close to 400 pound-feet of torque, but this is actually nearly 200 pounds lighter than the standard RCF for the 2020 model year. They also updated the normal RCF a bit, but look at the carbon fiber components to this vehicle. I mean, seriously, look at the lower splitter being carbon fiber, the hood, all the accents, this actual air vent up in the hood as well, the carbon fiber roof. Also, inside it does have red interior with red carbon accents as well. Towards the rear, you do have an actual carbon fiber wing as well, which is fantastic looking. You got some blacked out taillight accents as well. Lower, you actually have a carbon fiber diffuser with actual titanium exhaust system in the rear, which is absolutely incredible. It still has that stacked design, the diagonal exhaust stack, but it's beautiful. I mean, you know what? There's really no badging for Track Edition. It doesn't really say Track Edition anywhere in the back. It just says RCF. But that's kind of cool because when you look at this car, you already know it is a pretty crazy looking Track Edition car. So basically you could probably compare this to like a BMW M4 GTS because you know this is the M4 competitor, and especially when it becomes a GTS for BMW. Okay, so for the interior of the Lexus RCF Track Edition, it is beautiful inside here. It's a red interior with these beautiful bucket seats, just like in the GSF and the normal RCF. But you know what's cooler is that in the center, kind of like the LC500, they have Alcantara inserts. What's really special about this interior is the fact that it has red carbon fiber, especially over here on the door panels is a bigger piece, which is a very unique thing. Lexus has never done these types of things in their interior, but they're all about craftsmanship, so I appreciate them actually like going all out and doing this for this interior because it really spices things up and makes it a little bit more fresh. Still, obviously, I think in general this interior is about to get a little dated because this car came out in 2015, I believe, or 2014. It's been quite some time. There could be better updates for the interior, maybe more stitching at the top especially, but this cowl piece is really nice with the red, and on the steering wheel as well, which is really, really good. But in general, you know, I mean, this car is fantastic on the inside, and you got a little bit more room than the LC500. Other than that, I mean, if you press this once, should turn on the clock as well. Yeah, so this clock is absolutely gorgeous. This is a new clock. I think they didn't have this in the old RCF looking like this fresh. It has the wall of L's in the back. If you really get up close, you can see that behind that backlit there is a bunch of L's, which is really beautiful. And you know, in general, with this bigger screen, the 10.1 inch or 10.3 inch, it is just fantastic in here. It's a really nice place to be overall, and I really like that. And by the way, this car is about $105,000, and with this specific one with the road guard and stuff at the front for the paint protection film, it's about almost $110,000. So basically, if you want to come check this car out, it is at McGrath Lexus at Westmont and go talk to Art Cool. They have this sitting inside here. It's a very special car. There's only one. This is just one of like 60, I think, that they're making in total. So it is a very, very special car. So, for the hood of this car, this is a carbon fiber hood. It is absolutely light when you open this thing, and the engine bay is just so cool looking. I really, really love that. And obviously all these accents and the inside of the carbon composite being exposed are really just gorgeous, man. I love this space. I wish you could see this more often in cars. Maybe they should put like a glass cover on top of it so it could be all exposed, like one of those old Corvettes. Which is beautiful, and this is just sick. This accenting over here is just so awesome to look at in the interior. Absolutely phenomenal car in terms of design overall. Okay, now let's go check out the trunk real quick because fantastic, mind-blowing. I love it because Lexus is obviously all about practicality and luxury, so they're not gonna let that go even in their highest performance model of this lineage like the LC500 is. This is a lot of trunk space for a car like this. It goes deep in there. There we go. I finally could hit that at the end. And it has red stitching on the carpets that they gave you. That's just fantastic. And these are very soft too. You got your first aid kit, you got your cargo net, a couple other cool goodies for your Lexus. And this spoiler, this wing is just insane. Look at this. Isn't this humongous? Especially on a Lexus. You don't see that often at all. That's gorgeous. It's a very nice loud startup, but it's nothing like too obnoxious or anything like one of the AMGs that we have reviewed in the past. So this car does have BBS wheels. I think these are 20s in the rear and 19s in the front. And these are wrapped in Pilot Sport 4S's from Michelin. So that's like an E63S tire right there, which is sick. And that's the updated version of the Super Sports from Michelin. So these are new, I think they came out last year, maybe 2017. And they're absolutely fantastic, as I've heard out on the road. Okay, so what most people do not know about this car is that it actually has carbon ceramic brakes. That's right, people, on an RCF you can get carbon ceramic brakes now. These are humongous and they're really nice to look at. Over here you actually have a real brake vent for cooling, just like in the normal GSF, but now it really means something, especially with this one. I mean, not that it didn't mean anything with the other ones, of course it did, but now that you have these high performance brakes, it really makes this car like a complete package. And since it is a naturally aspirated V8, makes peak power at about, I think, 7,100 RPM, so that is beautiful. The red line is pretty nice and high at 73, I think. So it's a very good car, and we have done a review on the LC500, so we really love that car in general, and also the GSF, so this is a higher level in terms of performance than those cars for sure. Look at that gauge cluster. Look at that. That's sick. Obviously, I mean, I just noticed how it opens up and says RCF. I wish it said RCF Track Edition with a cooler picture for that, but you know, it's not a big deal. You got the new updated navigation system, 10.3 inch, I believe 10.1 inch. You got a pretty nice drive mode select button. Look at how that changes. That's Sport, and then that's Sport Plus, which is beautiful as well. Also, you got Eco. Great. That's very interesting. And then you can also do your custom if you click one more time in the middle, which is great. Red stitching on the gear selector as well. You know, you got the trackpad. Basically, I think this was the first Lexus car that actually had the trackpad out of all of them. I think this is a brand new clock. This is a beautiful clock. I really, really love this design. Is that the, yeah, those are the L's in the back as well, which are just fantastic. And other news of the RC Track Edition besides this fantastic red carbon fiber everywhere. The seat is, the headrest is a bit stiff, but it's still, you know, I mean, overall the seating position is nice with this car, which is very good. And it is, you could do a lot of things. You got lumbar support as well in these buckets, you know, which is very nice to have. You do have, what I love about this car is that, you know, even with the two rings for the gauge cluster, you still have the digital display in the middle and then this actual analog speedometer on the right, which is sick. Other than that, I mean, really in the interior, it's just, it's a very nice place to be. And if you haven't watched it yet, you should also watch our RC300 all-wheel drive video, because we did that with Umar and my dad, and we were all in the car, and we're all above 6 feet, but he could fit in the back. I could even fit in the back. And we went and did the review with 3 people inside the RC. The normal RCF gets the same amount of power as well, so if you kind of want to go your own custom modding route, you could get like a base $60,000 RCF and go do that. But this is definitely a very special thing overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, a quick little walk around of this car. I think it's an awesome car, but what's tough about it is the pricing next to the LC500, because the LC500 is about the same overall, 106,000 with the performance package, and it has about the exact same power, and the looks of that car are insane. So are these looks, but they're made for 2 different purposes. This is a track car, that is a GT car. So you could go ahead and make your choice. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Auto Group. Make sure to like and subscribe for weekly videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one.